Yes, I am currently playing The Last of Us, and I'll do a video on The Last of Us when I beat The Last of Us. But I take a break from my apocalyptic game involving infected people that are zombie-like to talk about an apocalyptic movie involving infected people who are actually zombies. Because zombies and zombie-like people, they're just awesome. These are truths. These are facts. World War Z. So World War Z stars Brad Pitt. It's a zombie movie. You knew that already though. And I love movies like this that shows the outbreak start. I love those first couple days of just chaos and anarchy and people are freaking out and they're looting stores. It just feels very real. The rest of the movie, I don't know if it would happen like that. Those first couple days, I'm pretty sure it would. And now Brad Pitt must travel the globe to find out where this outbreak started. Maybe they can find a cure. That's the premise of the movie. Brad Pitt's like Dustin Hoffman in Outbreak. He has his sidekick in the movie who is straight up Jack from Mass Effect 2, so things are looking good for him. Shit's gonna get done. Shit is business. And when I saw the trailer for this movie, I was like, all right, everything looks very CGI. I don't know if I'm gonna buy this. There were scenes that did look very CGI. Other scenes looked pretty real. I mean, real-ish anyway. I've seen faker shit thrown on the screen. Sometimes the frame rate looked a little choppy, but you can pass that off as they move very Twitch-like. They're all like... It was a realistic representation, dude. And as cool as it was seeing the zombie shit, because like I said before, I love me the zombie apocalypse, and you do too. That's why you're here, face it. The formula of the movie seemed very rinse and repeat. Brad Pitt goes to a place, there are zombies around there, but people have a handle on things, and then shit hits the fan. Brad Pitt has to leave, he goes to another place in which there are zombies around, but they seem to have a handle on things. Shit hits the fan, Brad Pitt has to leave, and then he goes to another place. What happens? You guessed it. There are zombies around, but they seem to have a handle on that. You get it. It's like they were like, all right, we're gonna show ultimately the same scenario over and over again, but the situations will vary for variety's sake. However, this was a really cool zombie apocalypse movie. There's a segment in the movie where they have to walk down these hallways and they're trying to be quiet. It reminded me of Aliens, how they're walking down the really dark hallways and they have the motion sensors all... Very intense, you know, they don't have a motion sensor in this movie. But it reminded me of Aliens, you know, that's all I'm saying. However, the coolest part of the movie is halfway into the movie when all the zombies are piling up on each other like ants. After that, the movie never gets as cool as that was. I like the intense dark hallway segments, you know, for variety's sake. That was actually really cool. You don't always need to have guns for intensity. You know, those dark hallways, that'll do it. But it felt like the movie was building to something really big and then it just kind of built to a crawl and then montage to the end of the movie. You're like, oh, I guess the movie's over now. Just left you wanting. You're like, wait a minute, what just happened? That's it? That's how they're gonna leave it? Maybe they're leaving it open for a sequel? But come on, give us enough to leave the movie theater going, yeah, that was completely fulfilling. Kind of bummed me out. Also, Brad Pitt's family in the movie, I get why he has a family, because he has to have something to fight for. But I was thinking about it and I was like, if they didn't give him a wife and 2 kids in this movie, the movie would be no different. The only thing they really contribute is the fact that he has to call home every once in a while to say, hey, I'm still alive. But really, that's it. They exist for him, but you don't really feel anything for him. They could have all died in the intro of this movie and the movie would have been no different. I did leave the movie theater feeling like they could have done a lot more in a zombie apocalypse movie about a guy looking for a cure whose wife and kids are left back home, and you could have done a lot with that. I feel they didn't utilize all of it, but it was still a really cool zombie apocalypse movie. You get some really cool shit, especially for a PG-13 movie. There are a couple scenes where you're like, I hope there's a director's cut because I want the zombie apocalypse gore. I love the fact that they actually call them zombies too. In media these days, they never use the word zombie. They call them walkers, runners, infected, never zombies. It's almost like they're like, yeah, we can't call them the Z word. That's copyrighted. This movie, they're like, no, zombie. We said it. They are zombies. I loved that. As trivial as that sounds, that made me go, yeah. Good call, World War Z. If you're a zombie fanatic, if you're a zombie aficionado, you're gonna have a lot of fun in this movie. It's not the best zombie apocalypse movie ever made, but World War Z is a good time, no alcohol required. I haven't read the book, but I heard this movie deviates so much from the source material that if you're a fan of the book, you might walk out and go, not this movie. Which also makes me think if they stuck with the source material, I might have walked out of this movie going, sweetest movie ever. Jurassic Park's like the one that can do it. It's the movie that can deviate from the source material so much and still make a sweet ass movie. Right, so World War Z, have you seen it? What's your favorite zombie apocalypse story? And yeah, if they're infected, ravenous, rabid people who aren't actually undead, I think that counts. In this day and age, those kind of stories have been inducted into the zombie apocalypse family. Whatever your favorite is, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.